Hello everyone. A quick and brief recap of what happened during the past week. Took only two trades. The past week was very disciplined, and that is, basically one of the most important things that you have to learn if you're getting in the industry, Forex, what we call Forex, right? You have to be very, very disciplined, not in just trading. So it basically comes through your way of life. Discipline basically, it's not about one thing or two things. It's multiple things. How you lead your life develops your habits, right? Not gonna get into that at the moment. Someday we'll talk about it. Uh, so took only two trades, and if you've been through the weekly analysis video that we did last Sunday, you would know that I was looking for a little bit of dollar strength, well, not all in all dollar strength for good, but to some extent because we still have dollar interest rate coming out on the 19th, I suppose. I haven't been through the economic calendar, but we'll do that tomorrow, not for today. Um, so that could take the markets anywhere, and we'll try and figure out where it wants to take the markets tomorrow. But so it's going to be a very brief video. I mean, I don't necessarily need to go over where and why the trades were taken. So because the recaps are already on the YouTube channel, and you might have come across them, you might have seen them if you're watching this video for the first time, or any of this is the first video of mine that you're watching. The recaps on Kiwi dollar and pound dollar, the two trades that I took the previous week. Well, this week is the current week, but the two trades that I took, they have the recaps on the YouTube channel, so you can go back to them and see why and where the trades were taken. So this is going to be a brief video, and I'm going to talk about something very important in this video. Of course, I've shown you this pound dollar trade, and the other one that I took was Kiwi dollar. And on the rest of them, I didn't make all of this money on this. I wish I did. I just made this much. Uh, but later on, the sell came in, and I basically I missed out on the trade because I wasn't really focused on one of my own rules that I follow, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So a lot of people that know that I'm a day trader or I trade currencies, they generally ask me about my routine, and they're always astonished at the fact that it's really difficult to spend all your day 5 days a week in front of your system trying to figure out where to enter, where to exit. But uh, they're of the idea that your all your life remains if you get into trading is your computer and analysis, but that is not true. I'm going to show you guys why that is not true, because I've talked about it multiple times over and over again, and I cannot give this as much importance as I should. I mean, I can keep talking about it, I will keep talking about it, but it's what I'm trying to say is it's so much more important than it does not matter however many times I talk about it. It's always going to remain more important than that. And that is the economic calendar. That is the news events that come out during specific week or a day for that matter. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So, um, Tuesday and Wednesday I wasn't really interested. Let's go check out the economic calendar and I'll tell you guys what I'm talking about. If this week, yeah, Monday, I mean, if you've been through the previous analysis that happened on um, Sunday last week, you would know that I wasn't really looking to do anything on Monday. I was looking to do a lot of things on Tuesday because of dollar CPI, and we had some news on pound too. And then on Wednesday, I basically got too over enthusiastic, and I wanted to see dollar continue with what it did on uh, Tuesday with CPI. But what I want to bring your focus to is you don't necessarily need to keep sitting in front of your screens every single day for 5 days a week, all day long. No, that is not how it works. You gotta, of course, you have to work hard initially. I mean, it's not like, you'll get into the industry, you're a novice, and you don't know anything, and after 6 months or 1 year of that, you'll be profitable. Well, in rare cases, of course, it is possible, but uh, the example that I give out on this is, one of my friends who's basically become a doctor now, spent about 6 years to becoming doctor, and one of these days he asked me, if he'd be able to be profitable in the industry, in the forex industry, after spending 6 months of going through the course and learning it from me, and if 6 months is enough, and blah blah blah. And the answer is obviously no. And the example that I gave him is that he spent 6 years going through a degree, becoming a doctor, and after that is he had to go through some other stuff, house job and whatnot, and uh, after that he was able to start earning, right? So the industry that we're talking about right now, I mean, a lot of people are skeptical, but trust me, this is basically the potential of making money. This is the highest paying industry in the world, in the entire world. I mean, you can argue about it. It's, you might find some other industry, you know, paying higher than this, but according to my understanding, the potential of making money. I'm not saying that everyone does make this much money, but the potential of making money if you do it right. This is the highest paying industry in the world. How can you be profitable and start making money off of it in mere 6 months? It's not possible. You have to spend a lot of time on the charts initially. But then, of course, after you start to understand specific stuff, is when you need to start working smarter instead of working harder. So instead of spending all your day in front of the charts every single day for 5 days a week, what you need to understand is when the important news events are happening. And I've talked about it so many times, and I'll keep talking about it because it's not being taught in the industry the right way. So I'm going to give you a couple examples on how I traded the past week. On Tuesday, dollar CPI came out, and I traded pound dollar based on CPI. This trade was based on CPI. It's not like I'm entering a trade at the time of when the news is being released. And I'm not going to get into the details of that. What I'm trying to tell you is after the news is released and it's taken its due course, what you want to do is you want to be able to join in the direction that the news has shown to a specific currency, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to give you out all the information for free, of course, because this information is worth millions. I'm telling you, but I'm giving you the idea of how it works. So that also is probably worth $10,000 if you may. But I'm kidding. Okay, so when a specific news event has taken its due course, it's shown you that that is where it wants to go. What you want to be able to do is try and join it later on, not at that time, because the spread is so high. You cannot predict where the news is going to take the markets. I mean, of course, you can do sell stops and buy stops, and then that will also come and bite you in the ass. I'm telling you, because the spread opens up so high. Ask and bid prices are so far apart from each other that your order is either not going to get filled. If it does get filled, it's going to get such a bad price, and you'll probably be having a mini heart attack at that time when the spread is so wide and there is so much volatility. So what you need to do is you gotta sit back at that time and let the news do its thing. And then you want to join in later on after maybe 15 minutes, after half an hour, after the spread is settled down. So here's the example on what I'm telling you. You do not need to uh, spend all your days and nights and, give up on eating, your pets, your family. That's not how you need to do this. So you know that on Tuesday dollar CPI is coming out and you're sitting here watching what dollar CPI does and you want to join in after that, right? And then on Wednesday, all of this is Wednesday, right? If I take you to the economic calendar, there is not a lot of stuff that is happening on economic calendar. Of course, there's crude oil inventories and whatnot, but not a lot of stuff that is happening. And you can see what happens to pound dollar or any other dollar for that matter all along Wednesday. Nothing happened, right? It just ranged and didn't go anywhere. Let me show you Kiwi dollar too. Just, didn't go anywhere. But then on Thursday, here's the golden nugget that I'm throwing you away. On Thursday, you had dollar core PPI, core retail sales, jobless claims, blah, blah, blah. And on Thursday is when it starts to move again. Give yourself a little bit of time and think about what I'm telling you right now. What you got to do is make a connection between price action and economic calendar. And, once you get in flow with what we're talking about right now, it becomes very simple. It becomes very simple. But of course, it takes time and practice and multiple losses and keyboard flying and computer flying when you hit losses. But eventually, the hard work that you put in is worth it, provided you do put in the hard work, right? Okay, anyway, this is what today's video was about. I just want to tell you guys that it only took 2 trades, missed out the bigger chunk on Kiwi dollar and pound dollar, but still ended up making money. And of course, the importance of knowing when a bigger event is going to happen in the charts. You can keep sitting in front of the charts all day long trying to figure out when the market is going to move, and you'll never be able to figure it out unless, of course, you put some logic to it. Again, you will never be able to figure it out. If you just spend time on charts all day long, you don't know when the price is going to go. So you got to bring in the balance between economic calendar and price action. That's what I wanted to convey to you guys. Okay, stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do the weekly analysis of what might happen to all the currencies in the coming week. Right? Cheers, guys.